Hi everybody, this is Rose of Sharon and I'm back again with another series review. I just recently had a chance to see Miracle Workers and I love Steve Buscemi and I adore Daniel Radcliffe. In fact, I liked all of the characters that were in the show. However, I think it was extremely disrespectful because they made God look like some kind of bumbling idiot who came from a family of very highly privileged intellectual beings that weren't really impressed with his idea of a restaurant. That whole idea, that's taken directly from the pages of Douglas Adams. I'm sorry. It is. It's not original. Come on. Even I did it. God forgive me. But yeah, I did it in and of myself because I love Douglas Adams and I thought it would be a great parody to write upon in the series that I did. That was supposed to be made into a TV series by a friend of mine. I don't know if he's doing it or not because he hasn't spoken to me about it, so we'll just wait and see. Anyway, going back to our aforementioned subject, this is a very short series, thank heaven. Pun not intended, but there are a lot of good things to be said about Miracle Workers, but then again, let me focus on the bad. The bad is the most glaring. Like I said, they make God look like a fool, and it just seems like they're pandering to him. He's the baby of the family of supreme intellects, and yes, they support him due to the fact that he's the youngest, and they're just trying to be good parents to him. And when he came up with the idea of Earth, they just thought, oh, yeah, let's just go along with it. But it's, I was highly disappointed with it. I mean, I enjoyed it to a certain effect, but other times I just felt like I was getting a little bit upset with it, thinking, no, 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 no. This is not how God is, in my estimate. And I might get in trouble for this. I might get flamed hideously for what I'm about to say, but I feel like God is a merciful God. I feel like he's a loving God. And yes, that brings forward the questions of philosophical, why is there suffering? And I answer it in the most simplistic way possible. We were given free will, and people make their own decisions. He gave us a conscience to decipher between right and wrong. And, of course, discernment. We can ask for discernment as well. We can be like Solomon and pray for wisdom, which is what I do. Or pray wisdom. We don't pray for wisdom, we pray wisdom. Wisdom itself is the act. Words have power, so careful what you say and be careful what you pray. It's an okay series. There is some rather asinine potty mouth humor in it, which, I mean, it's okay. It's mediocre at best, but it just feels like it is insulting God, and I don't really think that's funny, honestly. I mean, there's a certain manner in which you can actually make jokes, which I'm not going to be offended at, but I was slightly offended at this. And I don't offend easily. I'm pretty solid. I don't care for a lot of potty humor because it's like a lot of shows will resort to that, and a lot of kids related media will do that, and you think, really? Come on. You can do something better. You could be more intellectual with your humor, but this really didn't go there. It was interesting, but it just didn't really meet my expectations. And Steve Buscemi was really funny, but he just came across as a complete and total idiot or a fool, and I don't see God in that light. I think that God is more than we could ever comprehend or imagine because we're finite. We are limited in our frames that we've been given, or what I believe, I think we choose. because Dr. Seuss, or as he was originally known, Dr. Seuss, he had a cartoon on this, and I totally agree with this theory. I actually don't think it's theory, I think it's true. And my friend Michael would also concur, wherever he may be right now. All right, maybe I should say whenever he may be right now. Won't go into that, but needless to say, blow your mind. But I just feel that the series could have been done better. It could have had more potential. First of all, it feels rushed. Second of all, the plot is resolved. It's like, oh, yay. I guess we're celebrating. Yes, there are some points that should be taken away from it that are, I guess, the lessons from the series. But as far as the series was concerned, yeah, I'm glad it was a limited series. Plus, it just really didn't measure up to what I thought it was going to be funnier. I didn't think it was going to have as much scatological humor as it did, or penis jokes. Yeah, there were quite a few penis jokes that were sprinkled in throughout this thing, and I thought, yeah, schlongs are funny, but there's a limit to how much you can stretch schlong humor. Pardon the pun. Didn't mean to go down that dark alley, but I did. And I'm thinking, seriously. Oh, this is banal, but yeah, that whole thing, yeah, I can warrant it. Let me just garnish it a little bit with a thumb up. A thumb up is all it deserves. It maybe deserves at the most 2 stars. It doesn't even get more than that, just because some of the writing, I mean, no offense, but somebody in middle school could have done a better job doing the writing for this stupid thing, because yeah, it's peppered with profanity. And God forgive me for being a prude, but is that really necessary? I mean, yeah, in certain aspects I totally get where it can be funny. There are ways you can use profanity in a manner of which it's funny. And then there are ways that you can use profanity that are not, and this is one of them. Well, yeah, it is in a way, but it's just more of SMH moments, but yeah, I didn't really care for Miracle Workers. And if you're like me, if you're a fan of Daniel Radcliffe and Steve Buscemi, maybe you'll like it more than I did. I don't know, but I thought, Steve, dude, buddy, boobala, you can do better than this. And same thing with Harry. Daniel, excuse me, Harry Potter, you're a wizard, Harry. I mean, I can't help it. I know a lot of other people feel the same way when they look at him and think, oh, Harry Potter, how you doing? I just come out of Hogwarts. Ah, too right. But, yeah, I'm odd tonight. Disregard me. But it's just, it is just not, it's not substantial enough. And as I said before, I'm happy it was a limited series, and expectations were squashed. So I can't say I recommend this one. Yeah, it gets 1 thumb, 2 stars, and that's about all I can give it. So until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, ciao, ciao.